Hey, welcome to our channel. Today's our video summary about Crime and Punishment novel by Fyodor Dostoyevsky. Let's start. In the labyrinthine streets of St. Petersburg, amidst the restless crowds and the scent of filth and poverty, wanders a young man named Rodion Romanovich Raskolnikov. His clothes are tattered, his pockets empty, and his mind is a storm. Once a promising student, now an exile from academic life, he dwells in a wretched garret, his thoughts consumed. By a singular radical idea, he has pondered the great men of history, Napoleon, Caesar, men who rose above morality and law, who seized their fates by force. He wonders, could he be one of them? The object of his thoughts is Alyona Ivanovna, an old pawnbroker, a crone whom many despise. She hoards her wealth, preys upon the desperate. And for what? Raskolnikov convinces himself her death would not be a crime, but an act of justice, a sacrifice for the greater good. The plan takes shape in his fevered mind. The axe is readied. Nora, the fateful evening he slips into her home. His hands are steady, his resolve unshaken, until in a single stroke he ends her wretched existence. But the act is not so clean, not so precise. Her half-witted sister Lizaveta enters the room. She sees, she knows. And in his terror he strikes again. Blood pools at his feet. The deed is done, yet the triumph he expected does not follow. The stolen trinkets, the money, they remain untouched as he stumbles from the scene. Panic grips him, the walls of his mind tighten, and soon fever overtakes him. Days blur into nights. He lies in his room, burning with illness, slipping in and out of consciousness. In the streets, rumors spread. The police investigate, and among them is Porfiry Petrovich, a shrewd, calculating magistrate who plays a long game, circling his prey with quiet patience. Raskolnikov is drawn into a dangerous dance with Porfiry, each conversation a duel of wits. But his mind is his own undoing. He cannot help but return to the scene of the crime, to test the edges of suspicion, to toy with fate. His nerves fray, his paranoia deepens, and when an innocent man, the painter Nikolai, falsely confesses to the murder, Raskolnikov finds no relief, only deeper torment. Yet in this abyss of guilt and fear there is one light, Sonia Marmeladov. She is a soul battered by misfortune, forced into degradation to feed her family, yet she carries her suffering with a quiet, unwavering faith. Raskolnikov seeks her out, drawn to her purity, her strength. To her he reveals his secret, but her reaction is not horror, it is sorrow, pity. She urges him to repent, to bow before God and accept his punishment. Meanwhile, another shadow looms, Svidrigailov, a man of excess, corruption, and dark appetites. He knows Raskolnikov's secret. He holds it over him like a dagger, amused by the young man's torment. But his own past weighs heavy upon him. When his sins become unbearable, he puts a pistol to his temple and pulls the trigger. With every path closing, Raskolnikov stands at the edge of a great chasm. Sonia begs him to step back, to save himself through confession. And at last, the moment comes. In the open square, beneath the indifferent gaze of the city, he falls to his knees and whispers the truth. I killed her. Siberia awaits him. Though punishment is exile, years of hard labor in the frozen wilderness. But Sonia follows. She stays unwavering, visiting him, speaking to him of redemption. At first he remains hardened, cold. But as the seasons pass, as the ice thaws, so too does his heart. One day he looks upon Sonia with new eyes, not as a mere witness to his crime, but as a symbol of his salvation. And in that moment, a new thought takes root, a thought not of death, but of life. For in suffering there may be redemption, and in love, perhaps, salvation.